So the thing is, are you really doing the best that you're best at? Or are you just being good at what you're doing? I started in the mines at age 9. I left at 18 when I was old enough to join the Army. I stayed in the Army for 20 years. I put 2 tours in Vietnam in a helicopter scout platoon. Was going to retire in Pennsylvania and work with my brother-in-law at a Cadillac dealership. He found a dealership that was for sale here in Key West, so I came to Key West. We bought the car dealership and I became a co-owner. I didn't like the business. It was too fast, too fluid, and I went to work at a marina. So I started at the marina selling boats. Within 6 months I was general manager. Within a year I was a partner of the marina, and I stayed there 5 years. You can call it an accident, you can call it a consequence, or you can call it a coincidence, but it's only going to happen with your own involvement. I do know some people who are doing the best they're best at, but I know a lot more who are just being good at what they're doing now. The question is, what are you doing? See the sun? Just for today, that sun rose only for me. And that's the way I look at it. This is my sun, my day, and I'm going to make the most out of it. I don't know where I got that idea from, but I've been using that for years. That I just make believe that just for today, the sun rises only for me and shows me the light of day. I had a man ask me an interesting question yesterday. He asked me, what was I trying to prove by working so hard? And I had to think about that for a second, and I said, well, it's not really work that I'm doing, but what I'm trying to do is trying to show other people just how good I can be. But the trick was, how good can I be at doing the best that I'm best at? Because prior to that, I was going to live forever. I really thought at one time that I was the only human being that was ever going to last forever. But there came a time in my life when something happened that changed me to think differently. I found out a long time ago in my 20s that I was not special, life was frivolous, and life was random. And if I wanted anything out of this life, I better go after it starting right then. See that cruise ship out there? They're going to be docking at Key West in about an hour. They'll probably be here till 4 o'clock this afternoon. It's probably a 5-day cruise. One time a year, those people will take that 5-day cruise. The other 51 weeks, they're working to take that. Now here's what happens with these people. They arrive in Key West, they start walking around, they see the beauty of it, and they say, oh my God, I want to live here. This could be me living here. If I get to talk to them, I'll say, why isn't it? And they have all kinds of reasons. And I try to explain to them that they can have this if they really want it. And, you know, I have to smile when I talk about this, but a lot of people will say to me, you know, you're so lucky, I'd really like to have what you have. And I laugh at them, I say, well, I don't think you could take the pain. they don't understand that. And I say, well, look, what I'm talking about is the pain of making a decision and executing the decision. That's what it's all about. Anybody can have what I have. You know, I just came down, decided to move here. That was it. That was a decision. Moved my family down here, whether they liked it or not. That was a decision. I didn't ask my children, do you want to move to Key West? I said, we're moving to Key West. When I decided to create Last Flight Out, I didn't go around asking people, what do you think? You know, should I start this kind of a story? You think it'll work? Nothing. I made a decision. When I made a decision to open this store, I said, well, I'm going to have to work it every day. And I do. I make decisions every day. I don't linger on them, I don't think about them, and I don't ask anybody about them. I have mentors, sure. and they help guide me through other areas of my life. I liken it to the lemmings going to the ocean. Everybody wants to follow the lead, and nobody wants to lead. So when you say to me, I'm so lucky, I'll say this to you. You can have everything that I have. It's really easy. Just make a decision.
If you make other people happy, and we're sitting on a dive boat that I captain, and there are people that take chances by coming out with us, and I think by us showing them a good time and showing them a little bit of something that they don't get to see every day, it makes you feel good.
Try to emphasize what's positive and de-emphasize what isn't.
You know, I only know a very few people are doing the best they're best at. Most of my friends and people that I know are just very good at what they're doing now. So the question really is, how about you?